From my earliest memories, I always wanted to give visual form to my ideas. I was drawn to sculpture, shapes, and space. Motherhood may have deepened my attraction to homes and places of shelter. Living in the countryside with my family, I often looked at farm buildings and barns, rising from the landscape like sculptures, quiet places built to protect and nurture life. To me, these objects are traces of human presence and emotional symbols. Curtains especially have always fascinated me. They conceal reality. They separate inside from outside and yet connect the two at the same time. When a curtain moves in the wind, it feels as though it is invisible time itself moving. Visually, they bring a sense of movement and life to a composition. Oh, light determines the dynamics of a composition. It can define shapes or dissolve them completely. What continues to fascinate me is that light never stays the same. Some light feels comforting, it changes endlessly, and with it, emotion changes too. Other light carries loneliness or memory. I've always wanted to paint the emotional textures. To me, shadows are not the opposite of light. They are what gives light depth. Without shadow, we cannot feel space or atmosphere. Shadows create silence, time, and emotional weight. I often think of them as another form of feeling. I have always been drawn to boundaries, the places where two worlds meet. Inside and outside, light and darkness, shelter and openness, all carry a special emotional charge. Looking through a window is never simply about seeing a landscape. It feels more like quietly connecting with the world beyond yourself. A beautiful space is not simply one that looks attractive. It should allow people to slow down, breathe more deeply, a pause for a moment, a space where light, air, and silence naturally exist together. That's how I feel about Ananti. What struck me first was the movement of air. Even indoors, I could feel nature and the ocean constantly entering the space. It felt as though the architecture was not resisting nature, but breathing together with it. The sea in Busan felt very different from the East Coast landscapes I have known for so long. The light seems softer, and the air carries a mist-like texture. I was especially moved by the color of the sky. One of the newly added works is Harmony, inspired by photographs of the Busan sky. I wanted the people of Busan to see the sky as I experienced it. The natural light inside the Ananti Culture Club is extraordinary. The atmosphere changed constantly throughout the day. Because my paintings also shift emotionally, depending on light, the works felt especially alive there. It was a kind of living light that is difficult to experience inside a traditional white cube gallery. The interiors are beautifully designed. The spacious rooms with their woods and stone surfaces create a very gentle calm. I remember sitting by the window and looking out toward the sea. There was something beautiful about feeling sheltered and connected to the outside world at the same time. At Ananti, that feeling seems to naturally continue into the architecture itself. I think we live far too quickly now. I hope this exhibition gives people, especially families visiting Ananti together, a chance to slow down and breathe for a moment, a chance to notice light, air, and even their own emotions again. It does not need to be a grand revelation. If a single moment of light stays in someone's heart for a long time, I think that's already enough. 감사합니다.
Thank you.